Well, I want you to check this out.
Me, as a white American male, can have the same chance of salvation that you can have, that any of these tribes can have, and I'm not of more or less moral value than you, the same way you're not of more or less moral value.
Let me ask you a question. Would that make God a just God?
I believe that makes God the most loving God. And to say, to say in y'all's context that your God, the God that you guys worship, only came from these 12 tribes, that's a very small God you guys worship.
Let me ask you a question.
My God is big. My God, on the cross 2,000 years ago, died to save past, present, and future generations like me and you.
Okay.
And so for me to say that my God is so small, he can only save these people, and if you're black or Latin American, you're okay, but if you're a white dude that's grown up in the southern part of America, you're kicked to the curb. Absolutely not. Jesus grafts in the Gentiles. That means something has to be cut off.
Wrong, because when you understand the grafting in, you got to be of the same genus, okay? Remember, the branches that were cut off was from the same olive tree, you stupid clown-ass goddamn goofy, all right? So although you may be animated and all hyped up, that's not going to change the facts. You cannot graft in a cedar tree with a citrus tree. Go look it up. It will fall off. And the scriptures talk about that, those that were cut off, the Lord is able to graft them in again because they previously were a part of that olive tree to begin with. So the Lord's not just grafting in random trees that's, little branches that fell off other trees. He's just going to graft them into the olive tree because he don't really give a shit. No, it's not going down like that. So this guy, he's off. Okay? He's off. She's off. The terminology's off. The doctrine's off. And, that's that.
Be grafted in, it's something completely new. And when this great commission has been given to the Israelites, like, I'm right here with you, I understand. Jesus came to the lost sheep of the house of Israel in the...
not in the context. It's just, that's facts. That's it. He said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and that was that. That was it. It wasn't like, and this and that. No. He said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, period. He wasn't like, well, you can, maybe, and no. You adding shit, you reaching.
Context of the time. But when Jesus ascends, he sends them out on a commission.
And it's not the context of the time, okay? The scriptures, all the holy prophets were all Israelites from all time periods. Show me in the scriptures where one of the Gentiles was saved, who's a natural Gentile. Show me one. Show me one who's a prophet. Show me one who the Lord heard his prayer. Show me one, because it ain't Cornelius. I'm going to tell you right now, his whole house he was a devout man, which also is devout, which means one who feared the Lord. And if you think that Edomites fear the Lord, you're sadly mistaken. Okay? The scriptures talk about in Romans 9 and 13, in Hebrews 12 and 16, it says that the profane
All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwakwadah. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wahawathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this mortal captivity. This brother Kawa Cup coming at you with no lesson. Shalom to this backup brother, the man like the other nations, but actually, I should probably slack. I keep on forgetting to say that. But today's lesson is going to be on this insincere Edomite that is trying to make an appeal. What's that thing called? Isn't that pathos? I think it's pathos. Give if pathos definition. Yeah, pathos is I was right. Pathos is basically an appeal to people's emotions, basically like trying to convince someone to agree with whatever they're saying, not based off actual facts or what is evidenced, but more so based off of this is. Don't you think that this person will be sad or scared or something like that, and so like that this is thing and this is this, that, and the third, whatever. And another thing that he was actually doing that was actually very slucky, let me correct myself, incredibly disrespectful, was he was saying that Yahawadah or YAHAWASHI was small. Okay, so I don't even know if he's that smart. If you, and that's the funny thing is, if you are actually a Christian, if you don't, the same way that Christians don't really expect to. Well, obviously some of them do, but Christians don't actually expect to convince, like a Muslim, for example. Why are you trying to convince someone else who clearly doesn't have the same viewpoint or and beliefs as you? So that was what I very much so took issue with in this video, where this dude is doing all this preaching for what? Like who are you trying to appeal to? Who are you trying to do this for? You're trying to make them look bad. You're trying to, like, you see what I'm trying to get at. And that's the thing with Christianity, is that Christianity has always just been about Jake forgiving Esau for what he did, while Esau continues to put his foot on Jake's neck. All right, whereas he can get away with doing whatever evil and wickedness, saying things, being racist and whatnot. But whenever we just so much speak and say that salvation is not for you, or there's going to be judgments coming to you for the things that you do, then now we have to stop. Now we have to get in the way. Now we have to do all this extra stuff. Now we have to halt the pressures because Esau feels bad. But when the shoe is on the other foot, never any mercy, never any consideration. And the thing I hate, Slocky, the thing I hate is you have these freaking slags and hacks, all right, making these stupid ass videos, and listen to the fucking background music. It's always that sad music.
The chance of salvation that you can have, that any of these tribes can have, and I'm not of more or less moral value than you, the same way you're not.
Again, you could basically see that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to appeal to people's emotions rather than actually addressing the facts of the matter. Like, what does the scriptures actually say? And I thought that was pretty funny. And that's the thing, people are often very easily swayed and easily manipulated to one way or the other. But when it comes to the actual truth, and those that actually know the truth, you won't be able to be deceived. Romans chapter 1 verse 25, who changed the truth of Yahawah into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. And that's basically the thing, where the truth of the matter, the truth of what the scriptures is, the truth of who YAHAWASHI is the God of, that doesn't matter anymore, because the only thing that matters is thing. And he literally even said that
more or less.
He even said that I get it. This is for Israel, but X, Y, and Z, and a whole bunch of lies afterwards. All right, let's actually get that. Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And the brother was talking about that. I actually want to get this a bit. I want to let this play a little bit more. Slocky, bear with me.
Let me ask you a question. Would that make God a just God?
I believe that makes God the most loving God. And to say,
so he basically just said that God is not a just God, and he basically is okay with that because let me guess, or let me just continue to push out this pathos logic so that I can keep on making people believe and do what I want and follow my perspective rather than what the scriptures actually say. He doesn't care about what the scriptures actually say. The only thing he actually cares about is, okay, well, as long as I get included, as long as I get the thing, as long as niggas don't freaking thrive without me, I'm fine with it. All right, but it's only okay if we are the only ones. It's only okay if we're benefiting from it. Only us Israelite, not Slocky, let me correct myself. It's only okay if us so-called people are benefiting from it only, or if all of us get the benefit from it. It's never okay if Edomites are left out. That's basically what he's trying to say, regardless of if he knows it or acknowledges it or not. Okay, but next, 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11, let's say you get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's basically the thing you have to be aware of. Oftentimes Esau has myriad of methods and tactics to try to push his agenda and push his doctrine out on the forefronts, which it is very, it's not always the easiest thing to see, but it is definitely apparent. All right, we're able to see, we have to just be mindful and remember this stuff. All right, now as I was saying, yeah, it was the whole pathos thing, trying to appeal to people's emotions and stuff like that. Next, Sirach chapter 12 verse 10, never trust an enemy, for like his iron restless to its weakness. And that's basically the thing, as I said, rather than fairness, he doesn't care about fairness. The only thing that he cares about is, okay, well, I just want to do this. And his speech might seem appealing to everyone, saying, oh, God is of course all about love, but when actually addressed with, and that's the thing where he was just talking and talking, which of course I'm pretty sure this video is going to get cut off. So cut off when the brother or whomever, I don't know who they are, but when the Israelites are responding, then that's when the video is going to get cut off, because all they ever do is just preach and talk, but never have any actual evidence to back the things that they say. And as a matter of fact, let's get that with First Thessalonians 5 verse 21, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Basically, prove all things. If you believe that, why don't you actually show that what you're claiming, what you're preaching is actually real? Okay, don't just talk that, just actually show it, prove it. Psalms 55 verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And that's basically how Esau is with right now, where Esau might say all these nice things and say, oh, we're all peaceful, we're all this, we're all that, but in actuality, it's only just to it's only because he has a sword in his mouth. He has a sword ready to trap and kill all the things, but yet our people are too emotional to be able to see that this is a lie. And this is where you got this literal emotional based music, the emotional based appeal that he is doing, where he's trying to make people feel sorry for him, so that people don't come to a conclusion based off facts, but more so based off of, oh, well, he's sounding more sincere, sounding more nice and whatnot. All right, now Isaiah chapter 80, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 10, which says to the seers, see not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto his right things, speak unto his smooth things, prophesy deceits. Basically, people, they don't want to hear the truth, they only want to hear lies, they only want to hear, God loves everyone, rather than what does the scriptures actually say. And what do the scriptures actually say? I don't feel like getting it right now, because that's not what this video is about. But basically, if you should be able to know by a myriad of videos that brothers do, hell, maybe you can go on on one of my videos in my channel, search it up yourself, that salvation is only for Israel. I probably have a video that literally says that. But yeah, that's basically it. I pray this was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and shalom.